McClatchy wrote that the groups, the Ahrar-al-Sham groups, Foreign Affairs Director Labib al-Nahaz was allowed into the United States for a brief visit 6 months ago. The outlet cites 4 people with direct knowledge of his visit to Washington, D.C. Were U.S. officials aware of this visit?
I'm not sure that we were aware of it. I don't believe he had any meetings here, certainly. But I can't speak to visa records. It's privacy considerations, so I don't have much detail I can share with you regarding whether he received a visa to come here. But I can look into it. I just don't have any more detail.
But one of the leaders of a group with known ties to Al-Qaeda comes to the United States and you can't say anything about it?
Again, I don't have the details in front of me. I just don't have, if I get more information, I'll share it with you.
Just a few more about this group. Does the U.S. apply pressure on Ahrar-al-Sham to adhere to cessation of hostilities?
Do we what? I'm sorry.
Apply pressure to this group, Ahrar-al-Sham, to adhere to the cessation of hostilities.
We apply pressure on all members of the credible, vetted opposition, and that's part of the HNC group that was...
Do you consider Ahrar-al-Sham a vetted opposition group?
Again, we apply pressure on all members of the HNC to adhere to the cessation of hostilities that exists right now. Whether they do or not, that's self-selecting.
But what do you think about this particular group?
I don't have any information to share with you about. What are you looking for exactly?
Well, to what extent they care about the cessation of hostilities. 2 weeks ago, when they attacked an Alawite village of Al-Zara, a photo emerged in social media that showed militants from this group standing above, actually stepping on corpses of several women. The group later said that the women were killed in combat, but they were attacked in their homes. And I wonder, do you think this group cares much about the cessation of hostilities?
I don't know about that particular incident. I can look into it. What I would say again is, we support those members of the HNC who have been vetted by the Saudis in large part, who are part of the negotiating the political process. And we've also said very clearly who we believe to be part of terrorist organizations, which is Daesh and al-Nusra, and a couple of others that have been identified by the UN.
Sir, I know you said that you don't know much about Ahrar-al-Sham and what they did in Al-Zara. I have the photograph that I mentioned. I was reluctant to show it because of how graphic it was, but now I think I will do so, and maybe this will prompt you to look into this group. And I want to ask you, why should this group have protection under the cessation of hostilities when they clearly don't care about cessation of hostilities?
Look, I'm just not aware of this incident. I was not casting doubt or I'm just not aware of it. That said, we hold all parties, whether they're parties of the cessation of hostilities or not, accountable for actions that target civilian populations and frankly, are barbaric acts against civilians. I just don't have the specifics in this particular incident. I'm not trying to say in any way that it's not true or it didn't happen. I just don't have, on my end, the information.